Welcome to Flip Lesson 75 for the 5th grade. Today, excuse me, we're learning about how to convert an improper fraction into a mixed number. So, on the screen you see our first example. It says separate 9/4 into fractions equal to 1 plus a proper fraction, then write the results as a mixed number. So what it's telling us to do is we want to understand where the whole numbers are coming from. So 9/4 is really, right, if we break this apart, it's a 4/4 plus another 4/4 plus a 1/4. Right? Because when you add fractions, the denominators stay the same. So that's going to stay 4. And if we add 4 plus 4 plus 1, that gives us our 9. And since we need to do first equal to 1, right, we need a common denominator of 4. So 4 is here, which means we would need a 4 on top. And so I subtracted that away, and I still had 5/4 left, and then I put another 4/4 in, and then I got a 1/4. And so that process showed me what I was doing. However, we don't write in this way. This isn't a common way to write. And so what this is really 1 plus 1 plus 1/4. And so that gives us a mixed number of 2 1/4 and 1/4, just like that. And so we see how to separate an improper fraction into a number. Okay. Let's try another example. It says after the sleepover there was 4/5 of a pepperoni pizza and 3/5 of a sausage pizza left over. How much total pizza was left? So we have 3/5 of one pizza, 4/5 of another pizza. First thing we want to do is add them together. So that's going to give us 5 as a denominator because the denominator stays the same. And then 3 plus 4 gives us 7. So we have 7/5 pizza left. Now we can use the example we just used to help us understand how to do this, or we can think about it in this way. We can say, okay, let's take 7 and divide by 5, because really this bar right here, that fraction line, is a division bar. And so 5 goes into 7 one time. 1 times 5 is 5, and we have a remainder of 2. But instead of saying remainder 2, remember we want a mixed number, and we learned that if I take this and I put my 5 down as my denominator, I take my remainder and put it up here, and so 1 and 2/5 becomes the mixed number. Right? So in the end, we would say that this is 1 and 2/5. 1 looks a little funny there. Right? So we have that idea. Let's try it one more time. It says a crew of 4 workers worked for 2 1/3 of an hour, 2 1/3 hours to fix a fence. The customer will be billed for how many hours of work? So since we have 4 workers, they're all going to get paid for that 2 1/3 hour of work. So if we add our whole numbers together, that's going to give us 8. And if we add our fractions together then, that's 1/3 plus 1/3 plus 1/3 plus 1/3 is going to give us 4/3. So we have a fraction of 8 4/3. Or a mixed number, excuse me, of 4 8/3. However, we have an improper fraction as the fractional part of this answer. And so we can't have that. So we're going to take our 4/3 and we want to convert it into a mixed number. Right? 4 goes into 3 one time. 4 minus 3 is going to give us this idea. However, this can't be our final answer because we still have this 8 sitting over here. So now we need to add this 8 back in. And so 4 1/3 plus 8 is going to give us 9 1/3. And so in the end, the customer will have to pay for 9 1/3 hours of work. And so we have that idea. All right, that is our look at converting improper fractions to mixed numbers. Here are a couple sample problems to get you on your way as you work with lesson 75.